Hello and welcome to a new video on your YouTube channel. Welcome home, welcome back on a new day full of blessings, full of beautiful things, full of challenges as well, but we got this. How are you today? Where is God? This question is driving humanity crazy. And let's be honest, we all wonder from time to time. How can we find God? How can we connect to God? How can we feel the presence of God? And I like to, instead of making this logical and trying to force ourselves to find God, I feel it's better to practice essential human values like being grateful, being compassionate, feeling others, forgiving ourselves, loving ourselves and loving others, making peace with ourselves and with others. And through all of these, you can definitely find God. And it's not as complicated as you ever thought. So stay with me. I'm talking about forgiveness today. The first thing I want to mention about forgiveness is it's for you, not for them. You forgive others because you want to feel better. Now, I know this might trigger the question, how is that possible? I'm forgiving others. I'm forgiving them, then I'm helping them, and I don't want to help them. Well, let me tell you something. They are on your mind 24/7. You're thinking about them, you're overthinking about them, about what they've done. And maybe they don't give a shit about you. They don't even think about you. So the quickest and easiest way to let all that go is to forgive them. You let them go from your mind and you let them go from your heart. So you're no longer thinking about them and you're no longer feeling the grudge. And by the way, the grudge that you store inside of your body towards other people, over time, it will turn into disease, illness, depression, anxiety, all that. And the total opposite happens when you forgive. You release all the pain and the grudge. Now, you're mentally free. You're not thinking about them any longer. You're emotionally free. You healed your heart and you purified your heart as it was in the first place when you were a kid. Remember when you were a child, you didn't care about anyone. All you wanted is to play and have fun. And you never put anything in your heart and held it towards anyone because all you wanted is love, joy, happiness, playfulness. And forgiveness is all about returning back as a kid emotionally, This doesn't mean that you have to act like a kid, but you have, if you want to feel better and if you want to let go, you have to make your heart pure again. So, does that help the other person? The answer is yes, but it really depends also on what they are doing in their lives. Maybe they keep harming and hurting others. Maybe they don't treat others right, and that's all gonna return to them, and you have nothing to do with this because you did your job is to forgive them and to let it all go because you felt better about yourself. But also, instead of taking revenge, you showed them who you are. At least you showed yourself who you are. You purified your heart, and maybe you're sending them good energy, or you say, I forgive you. In the end, it's gonna be for you. Now, how can you implement this in your life? Start little by little by thinking about the person or the group of people who did a lot of harm to you, especially when you were a little kid. And sometimes you might need help, sometimes you might need a friend or a close person to help you remembering the events and going back. Sometimes you even need to hire a therapist or a coach because not everyone is able to use their imagination to remember all the events in the past. There are people that you don't like, but you don't even know why. So it really depends, but in the end, the goal is one, is to forgive them and to let all the negative energy go. Let it all go from your life. So this is my invite to you, my friend. If you really want to have a happy life, if you really want to have a better feeling about yourself, about others, about life, it all starts with being grateful and forgiving others. Being grateful to everything you have, as we spoke in the last video, and forgiving others because you don't have the space to think about them. You have more important things in your life to think about and to have feelings towards. Maybe you have a goal. Maybe you have a dream. And because the mind can only take too much, and what you feel about, what you focus on, is what is gonna grow. If you focus on the bad things in your life, it will only grow and become worse. And if you focus on the solutions, you will get ideas and you will get hints and tips to start solving your problems. But when it comes to cleansing the heart, getting rid of the disease and the mind or mental illness like depression, anxiety, all that, it must start with forgiveness. So, this means that the amount of forgiveness or the ability for you to forgive others determines how much you love yourself, how much you want to let go of. It has nothing to do with them, because their life is their life. Their circumstances are not as yours. So whatever they're doing in their life, it doesn't matter. What matters to you is to forgive them and to let it all go and to be free. So that is my invite to you, my friend. I love you, and I'll see you soon.